Back for more exciting crash course activities. Today we're in crash course numero 8, which is all about el horario escolar, or telling time about my class schedule. First, we're going to go over some vocab, and then we'll take some notes on how to tell time. You following along with me? Muy bien. Below clase is your vocab sheet, so let's take a look at my schedule. Mi is the word my, clase mi, and horario is the word schedule, clase horario. Remember that H is a silent letter in Spanish, so you don't say it. It'd be the same as without the H, horario. So el horario is the schedule, and then mi horario de clases is my schedule of classes, or my class schedule. Let's take a look at the different classes that we have in Español. So we're going to start with ciencias naturales, which are science, what we'd call sciences, or literally natural sciences. Let's say ciencias naturales. Below that is arte, which is the word for art. Arte. Next up is the word matemáticas, which is math class, or literally mathematics, clase matemáticas. Next down is música. Música. Can you guess what that means? I hope so. El almuerzo is lunchtime, clase almuerzo. Almuerzo. Next down we have social studies, or literally social sciences, which are ciencias sociales. Clase ciencias sociales. Muy bien. Next down is physical education, or PE, which is educación física. Repita en clase, educación física. Educación física. Muy bien. Next is español, Spanish class. Español. English class is inglés, clase inglés. Okay, those are your classes for now. Next is saying what hour it is. Oops, that should look a little bit different. So to say what hour it is, chicos y chicas, is going to be decir la hora. Decir is to say, la hora is the hour or the time. To say what time it is, you're going to use the question, ¿qué hora es? Oh, class, if you haven't done this yet, you might want to be taking notes on this part. I'm going to skip a bunch of this. You can take a look at it. We'll go through it, but I need to be down here. 1 second, guys. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to skip down a little bit. Okay. So to say what the time is going to be, ¿qué hora es? What time is it? So let's take a look at how to say what time it is. So to say what time it is, let's say it is, most times are going to be like 10 o'clock. So for example, with any time, you're going to use son, las, and then the number. With the exception, if it's 1 o'clock, it's es la una. For one, uno, una, that makes sense, pretty close. But for any number that's not 1, it's going to be son, las, and then the number. For example, for 10 o'clock, what number goes on the blank? How do we say 10 in Spanish? I hope you remember it's diez. Son las... Oops, that was not the word I'm looking for. Es lana, it is wool. That's not it. Es la una. Up here, it's going to be son las diez. Easy enough so far? Okay, let me add the next step. Next step is going to be when we have some special words. So 15 minutes after is a quarter after the hour. A quarter after is going to be cuarto. Cuarto equals quarter of an hour, which is the same as 15 minutes. Minus, U-T-E-S. So for example, let's say it's now, instead of 10 o'clock, let's say it's 11:15, and I ask the question, ¿qué hora es? So we use either son las or es la. With 11, since it's not 1, it's going to be son las. So we're going to use son las. And then 11 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Son las 11. Then we have to put the word y for and, 11 and how do we say 15 minutes again? Cuarto. Easy enough, right? Hope that's not too bad so far. Let's take a look at another example. The next one is the word media. Media means half, as in half of an hour, which is the same as 30 minutes. So let's try another example, and that's going to be, let's try 1:30. So if I ask the question, ¿qué hora es for 1:30? Can you do this on your own? Go ahead and pause it here if you like, and we'll go over the answer together. Pause. Okay, here we go. Here's the answer. So we ask ¿qué hora es? It's either es la or son las. Which one do we use here? It is one, so it's going to be one of the few times we do use es la. And 1 o'clock is going to be una. Then we always put the word and, y, between the hour and the minute. And then half is media. Es la 1:30. How's that make sense? Are we doing okay so far? Okay, we have another thing to go on this, and that's if it's 45 after. Take a look at this, guys. So we're going to do menos cuarto. Minus a quarter, which equals 45 minutes past the hour. Okay, so in Spanish, this one gets a bit weird sometimes, but instead of saying it's 2:45, they're going to say it's 3 o'clock minus 15 minutes. Or in English, we'd say 15 till 3. That makes more sense probably. So let's do that example. So if it's 2:45, watch me let's do this together, kind of watch me. So we're going to say it's 15 till 3, right? So we say it's 3 o'clock. So to say it is 3 o'clock is es la or son las. We know that, we remember now it's son las tres. Now we have to say menos cuarto. Son las tres menos cuarto. It is 3 o'clock minus 15 minutes, or literally minus a quarter. So it's a quarter till 3. Vale? Let's try one for you. I've got an example for you. So after I'm done giving this example, get ready to pause it so you can do it on your own. How would we say 7:45 in Spanish? ¿Qué hora es? Answer, ¿qué hora es? What time is it? Go ahead, pause it here, and pause, and okay, we're back. So here's the answer. 7:45, it's a quarter till 8. So we have to say it's 8 o'clock. Son las 8 menos cuarto. Son las 8 menos cuarto. Before we move on to the next topic, which builds on this, is only a little bit more challenging, I have to show you one total exception to this, because it gets people every time. Oops, I need to scroll down here. Scroll. And that is the time 12:45 and 1:45. If you think you can do these on your own, go ahead and pause it here and write out ¿qué hora es? Time for 12:45 and 1:45. Okay, you paused if you're good. Okay, and here's the answers. So if I want to say that it's 12:45 ¿qué hora es? This is not working out the way I want. I'm going to say that it is a quarter till 1. Since I'm saying it's 1 o'clock, I have to use es la 1 menos cuarto. It is 15 minutes till 1, which is what 12:45 is. Es la 1 menos cuarto. And the next one down is going to be 1:45, ¿qué hora es? That's going to be 2 o'clock minus 15 minutes, or quarter till 2. So that's going to be son las 2 menos cuarto. Does that make sense, chicos y chicas? All right. Now we need to say at what time something happens, and that's it for today's on the notes. And that's called a qué hora. A qué hora es blank. So instead of starting with es la or son las, we're going to say a las, at a time. A la. It can be a la 1 or a las blank. Then fill it with the time. So let me show you what I mean. So if I want to say, what time is Spanish class? ¿A qué hora es la clase de español? That's what time is Spanish class. Let's say it's at 10 o'clock. It's going to be a las 10 at 10 o'clock. Does that make sense? What if, let's say we have, what time is lunch? Let's try that. ¿A qué hora es el almuerzo? Let's say lunch is at 1:30. Can you do that? See if you can pause it right here and tell me that lunch is at 1:30. Paused? Okay, we're back. Here's the answer. It's going to be a la 1:30. A la 1:30. Remember, we use las here because diez is plural, but 1 o'clock is singular. 1 is singular, so we use la. Just like we did son las and es la, it's the same here with this part. That makes sense? We'll do one more example, and then we'll be done here for the day. If I say, let's do PE. ¿A qué hora es la educación física? Can you answer that? Pause here, and unpause. Ready to do the answer? Okay, here we go. We're going to say a Oh, I didn't tell you a time. Oops. Okay, let me tell you that PE is going to be at, let's say 8:45. Tell me that PE is at 8:45. Now pause. Oops. Okay. It's going to be a las 9:menos cuarto, at 9 o'clock minus a quarter, or 15 till 9. That's how we tell time. That's how we say at what time class starts. And those are our class vocab words. If you have any questions, let me know. Good luck studying.